Hi, everybody. Alberto Contreras here, Marketing Manager for LatinoTaxPro.com. Today, we have another live show for you watching. We have Nelly Akalp from CorpNet.com. Hey, Nelly, how's everything going?
Hi, Alberto. How are you? Long time no talk.
Yeah. Well, when did we see each other last time? At a QuickBooks Connect for a little.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hello,
Man,
everybody. Hi, everybody out there. We were looking forward to seeing everybody at Latino Tax Fest. I'm really happy that you guys rescheduled it to December. So
yes.
really looking forward to that exciting event. That's one of my favorite events of the year, every year.
Good. Thanks for the kind words, Nelly. Before we get into it, we're starting something new. This is Cafecito Hour, as you can see on the back. And this show is brought to you by Dell Technologies. We just partnered up with them. All right, Nelly, there was a breaking news this morning. You want to explain to the people what's going on?
Yes, so I want to keep it on the positive
Mm-hmm.
for everybody, but as of this morning, and it's all over the media, is that the SBA has taken down the online application for anybody submitting and applying for the economic injury disaster loan
Mm-hmm.
and the $10,000 loan advance. In addition to that, our understanding is that government funding for the PPP loan has also run out, and banks have stopped taking PPP applications in. However, we want to remain positive because in addition to receiving that information, we're confident that there's going to be another round of government funding. And I think it's more of a political type of play because of the fact that, there's the whole, elections coming up. And I think between the Republican Party and the Democrat Party, there's just a lot of, posturing taking place. But at the end of the day, I'm confident that there's more funding that will open up, and we're going to get back to being able to processing and submitting loan requests for both the economic injury disaster loan advance, and the Paycheck Protection Program. I'm really happy that, Alberto, we started it up like that, because I want to set the expectations for this webinar. And that as of this morning, the SBA.gov has taken down their application process for anybody wanting to apply for the economic injury disaster loan and loan advance. For any of you who are joining as we speak this live webinar, my name is Nelly Akalp, CEO and founder of CorpNet.com. CorpNet provides incorporation, entity creation, LLC filings, and corporate compliance in all 50 states. And in addition, and as a result of this pandemic, we also have become a third-party facilitator in assisting small business owners with the economic injury disaster loan application process and the Paycheck Protection Program loan application process. So as of this morning, again, for those of you who are joining, the SBA.gov has basically stopped taking applications for the EIDL loan and loan advance. And from our understanding, the Paycheck Protection Program, loan assistance program has also stopped because funds have run out. However, we are confident that there will be another round of government funding, and that is yet to be determined when.
Yeah, for everybody watching, if you have any questions or comments or concerns or client stories, leave them in the comment section down below. Nelly, it was up for what, like a week, the application form on the SBA website before they took it down?
The SBA.gov, actually, it's been a long process. So ever since this whole thing started, which I think it was, sometime mid-March when this pandemic happened, and then the stay-at-home orders went into effect, the SBA.gov released their online application process, which at the beginning was a very long-winded process And as a result of so many requests, what happened was their computers and servers were crashing. And then what they did was they took their application process and made it very streamlined, and they were actually accepting a ton of applications. We submitted our application for our own business about 4 weeks ago, and we actually did receive funding of the loan advance. So for those of you who have already applied prior to this morning, you will get funding. I can actually guarantee you, if you've submitted the application and you've submitted the correct information according to the number of employees you have, you will get the loan advance, and you will qualify for the loan advance. Obviously, final discretion is up to the SBA as to whether your loan will get funded and how much you will receive as funding, whether it's under the actual loan advance or the actual economic injury disaster loan. However, for those of you who have already applied, I want to set your mind at ease that we ourselves have received the loan advance, and it was directly deposited into our bank account. And also several of our clients have as well. And for those of you who have applied and received a confirmation number, application number, they are taking about 3 to 4 weeks to respond because they've been inundated and faced with so many application requests that they're just running a little behind.
Yeah, you answered some of the questions that came in. What if I already applied for my PPP loan? You answered that saying, don't worry, you'll still get your funding.
So for anybody who has already applied for the economic injury disaster loan through the SBA and also requested the EIDL loan advance of up to $10,000, rest assured that according to the SBA, those applications are still getting processed and will be getting processed. The SBA is no longer accepting any new applications. So for those of you who have already submitted your application and received a confirmation number of that application, rest assured that the SBA has your application. They are processing your application, and you should receive the loan advance according to the number of employees that you have listed on the application. Again, that loan advance is up to $10,000. It's not a flat guarantee of $10,000. Typically, how the SBA will determine how much of that $10,000 you get as an immediate cash advance depends on the number of employees that you've listed on your application when you submitted that EIDL application form. If you do not have any employees and you are an independent contractor or a solopreneur, self-employed, then they will limit it to $1,000 per individual. Generally, the way that $10,000 works is it's $1,000 per employee, capped at $10,000. And if you don't have any employees on payroll, it would be limited to the applicant, and they count that person, the solopreneur or the independent contractor, as a sole applicant. So in that regards, you would receive $1,000 for your application as the loan advance. And then the actual economic injury disaster loan process, that really is based on your gross revenues and your cost of goods sold. Again, it's strictly up to the SBA's discretion as to how much of a loan you can qualify for, up to $2 million. Again, the economic injury disaster loan is a loan, and you can qualify as a result of this pandemic for up to $2 million. And it's up to the SBA's discretion as to how much you'll actually get in funding. If you do get the funding, it is a loan, and it has a maturity date of over 30 years, payable back at 3.75% interest rate. And for nonprofits, it's 2.75% interest rate.
We got a few more questions here because I know you have some slides, so we'll get into those.
No worries. I mean, I'm literally, again, for those of you just joining now, my name is Nelly Akalp. I'm CEO and founder of CorpNet.com. I've been a contributor to Latino Tax for a very long time. If you come to Latino Tax Fest, you'll see CorpNet.com as an exhibitor every year, and we've been an exhibitor and a sponsor, and we continue to be. We love the Latino community. We're a very, very strong supporter of the Latino tax community and Latino business. For those of you who are representing clients who are interested in using our services, whether it's to incorporate a business, set up a business entity, or if you have an existing business entity and you want to expand it, we have Spanish speaking consultants that can assist you if you don't speak English, or if you prefer to speak with a Spanish consultant. Simply reach out to us to 1-888-449-2638 or visit our website at www.corpnet.com, and Jose Paredes in our office can assist you. We will be having another Cafecito hour tomorrow in Spanish with our Director of Operations, Milton Tercios, who will be representing this entire segment in Spanish for those of you who'd like it presented in Spanish as well. Back to you, Alberto, with your questions.
Yes. Before I get into them, I got one. We've never received a complaint from Nelly Akalp. She's been with us for years, and she's great. If you have any Schedule C clients that might want to incorporate, reach out to Nelly. Okay, so Araceli said, did it stop today or last week?
A great question, Araceli. The application process to the SBA.gov for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan stopped as of midnight this morning. When we logged on this morning about 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you go to the SBA.gov site, it will have a notice for you that unfortunately they are not accepting any more applications as of this point in time until further notice. Again,
it might be temporary, correct?
Yes. Again, to put everybody at ease and to really, really, remain positive, because again, this is all up in the government's hands and there's so much uncertainty out there. We are confident that this is a very temporary tactic on, the side of the government. And I think it's because they're trying to gather another round of funding. And once that happens, the SBA will open its application process again. Rest assured, our team and our research team is on it on the hour. And the minute we find out anything different, you'll see that I'll post on Facebook, on Instagram. For those of you who are following me, please make sure you check our Facebook Live, our Facebook pages, our Instagram for updates. And for those of you who are not following me, start following me, because we literally post updates on the hour. You can follow CorpNet at Facebook on, Facebook.com/CorpNet. Instagram, again, it's CorpNet. And then I have my own personal handles at Nelly Akalp.
Perfect. You're on Twitter too, correct?
Yes, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Google. I mean,
you're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. There's no way you cannot find me.
Okay. What about the EIDL? I never got my $10,000.
Okay, so the question becomes, when did you apply? Okay. And you should be receiving your 10,000, or I should say up to 10,000 very shortly. In the beginning, if you had received information that it should be within 3 days of the application submission, that was incorrect information. Again, I want to let you guys know, I want to inform you guys that there's a lot of misinformation happening out there on the internet. And one of the things that I pride myself and my company on is that I always vet the information myself before I publish anything. So if you want correct, accurate information, please go to the CorpNet.com website. We also have an amazing blog with up-to-date information on everything, including FAQs and really great content on each of the relief programs that are available out there as a result of this crisis. But for those of you who have already applied for the economic injury disaster loan and are wondering where your $10,000 loan advance is, the answer to that question is number one, it's not a guarantee of $10,000. Funding and how much you qualify is completely up to the discretion of the SBA. And again, that $10,000 loan advance is really based on the number of employees you have. So if you've applied and if you have employees of, let's say, 5 employees, generally speaking, the SBA is going to grant you a $5,000 loan advance. We got a full $10,000 advance, and we actually got it into our bank account a couple of days ago, and we had to wait about 4 weeks. So they are running about 3 to 4 weeks behind just on the loan advance. And we got the 10,000 because we have 15 employees. So they capped us at 10 and we got the 10,000. For those of you who have employees, typically the way this loan advance works and the way they calculate it is according to the number of employees you have, and they're giving out $1,000 per employee. If you don't have any employees, generally what they're doing is they're taking it based on the applicant. So for example, if the applicant is a solopreneur, self-employed, sole proprietor, or an independent contractor, then that applicant is limited to $1,000 for the loan advance.
That's a good rule of thumb then. Depends on how many employees you have, capped at 10,000.
Correct. And this is something that has been given to us from the SBA. So it's actual verbiage that the SBA sent to us as an applicant after we applied. So any other information that's lingering out there in the universe on the internet is incorrect information.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because it's in times like this and during crises when people try to take advantage of other people. So there's a lot of fake information out there.
Yes, there's a lot of fake information. I'm really glad you're bringing this up, Alberto, because there's not only a lot of fake information going out there, but there's a lot of monetization tactics that are happening right now on the internet. So one of the things that, we really pride ourselves on is the fact that, the minute the SBA website took their application process down, we were actually offering this service as a third party loan preparation service and applying on business owners' behalf for the EIDL. We were charging a service fee for it. We took our application down immediately because although you can charge for the EIDL as a third party, and we were charging a minimal service fee, we took it down because if the SBA is not processing applications, then we're not going to be accepting applications and charging business owners a fee. In addition, every person that has already submitted an application to CorpNet, they received an email stating that their application was submitted for them to rest assured that their application will be processed. We're not here to take anybody's money away or monetize during a period of crisis. For the PPP loan application, we are still accepting loan applications because our third-party bank has assured us that they will be processing PPP loan applications. And although the government has said, that money has run out, they are 100% confident that there will be another round of funding. However, if you want to submit a PPP loan application through CorpNet, we do not process applications for independent contractors or solopreneurs, sole props, self-employeds that do not have any employees. We strictly process PPP applications for individual small business owners who have employees on payroll. And again, right now, you are more than welcome to submit your application through CorpNet. However, at the end of the day, we cannot guarantee anything. There are no guarantees. We are at the mercy of the government, just like you are.
Yeah. One of our friends, you might know him. His name is Matthew Fulton.
Oh, yes. I know
Yeah.
Matthew very well.
Yeah, he was doing a webinar last night saying that the government is creating these new legislations and all these new bills, and it's up to us as the professionals to decipher them and explain it to the taxpayer.
Yeah, exactly. I was on Matthew and Linda's webinar last week or a couple of weeks ago, but he's a great guy, and he comes up with great webinars and lots of accurate information. And he's right, and for those of you who are listening in to this webinar, if you're a enrolled agent or a tax professional, CPA accountant, right now, in my opinion, is it's your time to show up for your clients. Not only it's your time to show up for your clients, but this is not a time for you to be in your PJs and, being on the couch, eating potato chips. Right now, it's your time to not only, be available to your clients, but think creatively of how you can increase your firm's revenues and bring in more clients, because right now more than ever, your clients are counting on you. You are their financial expert. You're the one who's very close to their numbers, and they're counting on you for this information. And you want to think of ways of not only bringing that client in, but keeping that client long term, as to how you can help them long term with cash flow management, with what happens after they receive these funds from the government. How are they going to use those funds? And you, as the consultant, as the enrolled agent, as the tax professional, it's your job. You have a duty to your clients to not only be there for them, but also provide them with this information, and making sure that you have the correct knowledge to share this information with your clients.
Exactly. I love how you said that. This is an opportunity for everybody to step up and be that financial advisor. Be there for your small business clients.
Correct.
They'll stay with you for years if you help them during this time.
Well, and that's really what it's about, is when your clients see that trust in you, and when you hold out to your clients that you have accurate information, and you can really hold out yourself to your client to be a one-stop shop, your client's not going to go anywhere. And that's why, for these past years, how many years I've been, providing content and showing up as a sponsor and an exhibitor at the Latino tax community, is that so many of you enrolled agents and tax professionals are really leaving opportunities and money on the table. Your clients depend on you. So when they come to you and they're asking you, hey, I need to incorporate my business, or I need to set up an corporation or an LLC, I need to expand my business into other states, instead of you letting them, go to another individual or having them do that research online, you can offer these services by partnering with CorpNet and having CorpNet as your quarterback. We have programs where you can partner with us, and you can either partner with us as a white label reseller and sell the services as your own service, or you can simply refer clients to us, have us take care of your clients, and bring your client right back to you. Whereas if you're sending your client to the internet, I can reassure you, your clients are going to be poached and they're going to be taken away from you. Clients are looking for value these days. Where can I spend my money and get the biggest bang for my buck? And I can reassure you that when your clients have that trust in you, and you hold out yourself as a trusted advisor and really explain to them and reassure them that not only you can assist them with financial assistance, tax assistance, but all these other services, not only your client will stay with you, they will refer more clients to you, and they will stick with you long term.
Perfect. Okay, we got somebody here. Can you put a link to follow Nelly? We put it on there. Do I need to prove my income for the EIDL, or will they just send me money?
Very good question. So when you go through the EIDL loan application process, when it opens up again,
Mhm.
there are a series of questions that you will be asked on the application. Now, again, I encourage every one of you who are doing this for yourself or who are representing clients, if you're, good with information and calculations, do it on your own. However, when the application process opens up again, if you're not sure as to what information to provide, I highly encourage you to go through CorpNet for this service, because we have a team of SBA processors that will review the information for accuracy and make sure that your application is submitted accurately to, you know, ensure that the SBA will fast track your application and, you know, approve it and
Mhm.
provide you with funding. Again, there are no guarantees and it's all up to the SBA's discretion, but the information you provide on the EIDL application, it's critical that you provide correct information. And the information that they will want from you is obviously your name of the applicant, business address. If you're a business, they want your tax ID number, the legal name of the business. They're going to also want to know gross revenues for the past 12 months and also cost of goods sold. They want to know number of employees, your date of birth, your place of birth.
On
So
payroll too, right?
for the payroll, they won't ask that information on the economic injury
Oh, that's for the
disaster loan.
PPP.
That
Mhm.
is for the PPP Alberta, but the EIDL application is an actual pretty simple application that if you're good with submitting information and if you're comfortable with numbers, again, we encourage you to go directly through the sba.gov. Again, however, we can also take care of this filing for you once the application
Mhm.
process opens up again. We will do this for you for a service fee of $349. Typically, once you submit your order, what to expect is when you submit your order online through us, somebody will contact you. They will review the information. If they need additional information, they will obtain that information from you. And then we will, on your behalf, submit it to the SBA for you. Once it's been submitted, you will receive an email with an application confirmation number. Last that I heard was SBA was so backlogged that they weren't even sending out email confirmations.
Wow.
But when, as a third party, we were submitting the application, we were receiving confirmation and forwarding it to the client so that they can rest assured that their application was submitted. But as of this morning, again, for those of you just joining, the SBA has taken down any further application intakes for the EIDL loan and the EIDL loan advance until further notice.
Awesome. Okay, for everybody watching, we're going to go through some more questions. So if you have any more questions or comments, please add them right now. What would you consider a reasonable if and when we are able to begin doing them again?
That's a great question.
Mhm.
Honest to God, I have no idea. That's a wonderful question. What I can tell you right now is that as we speak, both the Republican and the Democratic Party are going back and forth, and it's a negotiation tactic.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was the Republicans said, okay, we want to, bring up another large number of money and authorize it in billions and trillions for, as far as government funding, as a second round of government funding. And then what happened was the Democrats said to them, no, well, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to allocate some money to hospitals and healthcare as well. And then what happened was the Republicans are like, well, we already had allocated money to those
Mhm.
healthcare issues and ventilators and hospitals. This is strictly to help small businesses get back on their feet. So the Democrats pushed back, and now it's mainly a negotiation tactic that's happening. And at the end of the day, I'm sure it's going to be resolved, because I know for a fact that currently our president does not want to fail in front of the nation, and we're going to get back, we're going to get this economy back and running. So I would say a fair response to that is sooner than later. I can assure you the application process will be back up, and we will be checking on the hour and posting updates on our website.
Perfect. Okay. If we already submitted a PPP application through a bank and we haven't received an email or any other confirmation, can we submit it again through CorpNet?
No, unfortunately, you cannot. So the question out there is, if I have submitted a PPP application through my bank, can I go ahead and reapply through another source such as CorpNet? And the answer to that question is unfortunately no, because that's considered double dipping. What I can tell you is that if you have submitted a PPP application to your bank, chances are your bank is just, faced with a ton of application requests, and they'll be getting back to you, or the bank may have run out of funds. You can contact your bank and try to withdraw your application. If the bank accepts your withdrawal, then you can go ahead and reapply at another venue, including CorpNet. But remember, CorpNet does not accept any applications for sole proprietors, self-employed individuals, or independent contractors without anybody on payroll. We are not accepting any PPP applications for anybody who does not have people on payroll with W-2s. What we are doing is, if you happen to be and fall into one of those categories, we highly recommend you to look into your options under PayPal. PayPal offers PPP application loan processing. Square does as well, and also Intuit. And they have a very, 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 very streamlined interface.
PayPal, Square, and Intuit.
Correct.
All right, we got to get them on one of these shows as well. One of our friends, Sam, I think these are more comments. He's EIDL, have patience. PPP, they applied for 23.8 million, and our clients received less than 25%. Local California and LA options are alive. Check your states. More micro portals will open and close. So one
thing that I do want to tell everybody is to kind of give you a little bit of, just information as to the different loans. The EIDL stands for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. And I want to go ahead and share my screen if you don't mind. Give me 1 second here. Let's go ahead and share my screen with you all.
While she's doing this, again, leave your comments down below. Give it a like, and tell Nelly that you appreciate her info.
Well, thank you so much. For those of you who are just joining in, my name is Nelly Akalp. I am CEO and founder of CorpNet.com. You can check out our website at www.corpnet.com. We are a national incorporation filing service whereby we can help you and your clients with any type of entity creation, business incorporation, LLC filings, sole proprietorship setups, partnership setups. If you have an existing business entity, we can assist you with annual report filings, payroll and sales tax registration, foreign qualification filings, any type of business entity filing in all 50 states. We also have a partner program where you, as a professional, whether you're an enrolled agent, if you are a CPA, accountant, tax professional, you can partner with us and we can help you help your clients with any of these types of filings in all 50 states. Our partner program allows you to partner with us as a white label reseller. or you can refer clients to us and receive a commission. Again, check out our program directly right off of our homepage at www.corpnet.com. For those of you who prefer to work with somebody who speaks Spanish, we also have Spanish consultants standing by who can assist you and your clients in Spanish. And tomorrow, right on Cafecito Hour, we will have Milton Tercios, who is our Director of Operations at CorpNet, presenting this exact webinar, this exact presentation in Spanish for those of you. Getting back to the CARES Act hands-on workshop relief options for small business owners, I wanted to go through these slides with you guys for those of you who need a little bit more information on exactly what type of relief options are available to all of you and your clients as a small business. Let me just go here through the slides. So this is me, a little bit about me. I've told you enough about me. If you want to know more about me, you can Google me on Google, on the internet. I'm on every type of social media handle there is, including Facebook, Instagram, Google, LinkedIn. I've been a contributor of Latino Tax and a sponsor and an exhibitor for the last 4 to 5 years now. And we love helping the Latino tax community and Latino small business owners. This slide deck that I am going to make available for anybody who wants to download it, and I will forward it to Alberto and his team, is a very comprehensive slide deck which covers what the CARES Act is, what types of relief are available to small business owners out there. It's going to cover the Paycheck Protection Program, Economic Injury Disaster Loan, other types of grants and SBA bridge loans, and also, tax provisions and state and local assistance that's out there. This particular slide deck is really for a 1.5-hour webinar that obviously we're not going to cover every aspect of it, but I will have it available for you guys to download. And again, feel free to reach out to me to info@corpnet.com or visit our website at www.corpnet.com, because in addition to our core services that we are providing, we are also providing SBA loan assistance, specifically with the EIDL, Economic Injury Disaster Loan and Loan Advance, and the Paycheck Protection Program, although those programs right now are on a halt because the government has run out of funding. However, rest assured, there will be more funds coming our way, and once the application process opens up, we can also assist you and your clients. For those of you who are unsure as to what the CARES Act is, on March 27, 2020, the President signed the Coronavirus Aid Relief Economic Securities Act, which stands for the CARES Act, to provide emergency assistance and healthcare response for individuals, families, and businesses affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The Small Business Administration, also known as the SBA, received funding and authority through the Act to modify existing loan programs and establish a new loan program to assist small business owners nationwide adversely impacted by this COVID-19 pandemic. Highlights of the CARES Act include, again, the fact that the CARES Act now provides temporary programs to address the COVID-19 outbreak, and it's here to support small businesses so that there is access by the small business owner to some cash so that the small business owner can get back and get their business back up and running. The Act also includes loans, tax rebates, credits, and expanded unemployment insurance. There is over $2 trillion allocated for this stimulus, and $376 billion of it is to small businesses. And now this number is obviously going to change as they go through another round of funding and authorize additional funding. The goals for small businesses is obviously to infiltrate small business owners with capital to cover the cost of retaining their employees if they have employees, to help them get back and get their businesses back up and running, and ease their fears about keeping up with payments for their current or potential SBA loans. There's several different programs available: Paycheck Protection Program, EIDL loan advance, and loan assistance. There's also SBA Express Bridge loans and also SBA debt relief assistance. For purposes of this presentation, there's really three main programs here. The Paycheck Protection Program, which is a forgivable loan under the SBA traditional 7A loan. Its allowable uses are to cover rent, payroll, mortgage, interest for your business, and any debts that have been acquired prior to February 15, 2020. For any small business owner who has 500 or fewer employees, according to how much you have in payroll, an applicant can qualify up to $10 million under the Paycheck Protection Program. But basically the dollar amount and the dollar amount of the loan request is really based on your average payroll times 2.5 of your average monthly payroll. This is a loan that can become 100% forgivable as long as it's used for its intended purposes. However, any portion of that loan that does not qualify for forgiveness becomes an actual loan and has to be paid back over 2 years at a 1% fixed interest rate. So that's the first program. The second program is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, also referred to as the EIDL. As I've stated over and over on this presentation, right now the SBA is no longer accepting loan applications for the EIDL or the loan advance and has temporarily stopped taking applications until the government receives another round of funding. Once they do, we are confident that they'll open up their application process. To go over and give you guys an idea of what the Economic Injury Disaster Loan is, it's a disaster loan which has expanded the traditional 7B SBA loan. Its intended purpose is to cover rent, payroll, mortgage interest, and other normal business expenses. This is a loan, and a business owner can qualify for up to $2 million with a loan maturity of 30 years at a fixed interest rate of 3.75. 0% of this actual loan is eligible for forgiveness, with the exception of the loan advance of up to $10,000. The Emergency Economic Injury Grant, which is actually part of the EIDL loan process once you apply, is when you go through the EIDL application, it asks you whether you'd like to qualify for a loan advance. And if you click yes, it opens up a box. It asks you to provide the name of your banking institution, the routing number of your bank, and also your bank account. And typically the way the SBA will grant this loan advance is according to the number of employees you have on payroll at $1,000 per employee. So for example, if you list 10 employees, they will typically grant you $10,000. If you have 5 employees, they'll give you $5,000. It's typically $1,000 per employee. If you have no employees, it's limited to $1,000. Again, this grant is 100% eligible for forgiveness. However, if you've received funding under the Paycheck Protection Program, your amount of loan forgiveness under the PPP will be reduced by the amount that you've received under the Economic Injury Disaster Grant. Again, all of both the EIDL and the grant, as far as how much you qualify for, is completely up to the SBA's discretion. The Paycheck Protection Program, going into it a little bit more deep, I've provided on this slide deck overview as to what it is, who qualifies for There is a deadline, which is you have to apply on or before June 30th. This is a loan that can be 100% forgivable as long as 75% of it is used towards payroll costs and the costs of maintaining your employees, and 25% is used towards rent and utilities. It has to be used within the 8 weeks after loan origination of your PPP, meaning once the loan is funded under the PPP, you have to use it within 8 weeks to be able to qualify for any type of forgiveness. Under this loan, there is no collateral required. There is no personal guarantees required. If any portion of that loan actually is not forgiven, it becomes a loan. It has to be paid over 2 years, but you don't start making payments until after 6 months of your loan being funded. I have within this slide deck included who's eligible expenses as to what are considered eligible expenses to calculate what your PPP loan amount would be, what qualifies as payroll costs, how can PPP loans be used, and if, I've also provided verbiage in here in that if your EIDL loan, for example, was not used for payroll costs, it does not affect your eligibility for a PPP loan. A lot of questions out there is, can I apply for both a PPP and an EIDL? And the question to that is, yes, absolutely. The worst thing that can happen is you don't qualify for one or both. And another question that we get is, how can the EIDL loan be used for payroll costs? If your EIDL loan was used for payroll costs, your PPP loan must be used to refinance your EIDL so that you can get forgiveness under your PPP loan. So lots of great information here. We've also included verbiage about exclusions. A lot of people have been bringing questions to me as to, when I'm applying for the PPP loan, can I include my independent contractors as part of my, calculation of what my payroll is, what my average monthly payroll is? And the answer to that question is, if you're working with independent contractors cannot be included as part of your payroll calculations, because independent contractors themselves can go and apply for PPP on their behalf. But if you have W-2 employees on payroll, those can definitely be included. But there are definitely areas where the Act expressly excludes what is expressly excluded from the definition of payroll costs, which is any compensation of an employee whose principal place of residence is outside of the US, or any compensation of an employee in excess of annual salary of $100,000 per year. So if you have employees who are making over 100,000, they're capped at 100,000 for purposes of calculating the average monthly payroll for PPP. We covered independent contractors. Again, if you need to read about it, it's in this slide deck. I cover what about multiple loans, loan forgiveness. Again, the PPP, 100% of it can be forgiven as long as it's used for its intended purpose. I go through here and I actually teach you how to calculate the maximum amount you can borrow under the PPP. I provide you with 4 examples. I also tell you how to apply for a PPP loan. Again, how you can apply for a PPP loan is, if you or your clients have an existing banking relationship with a bank, we encourage you to go to your existing bank. If your existing bank is no longer accepting applications, you can go directly to the SBA.gov website and apply to one of their list of approved third-party lenders. And also, you can work with our company, CorpNet. We act as a third-party loan facilitator. We do not charge you any fees to process your PPP loan application. However, there are no guarantees going with us or another bank. right now, we're all at the mercy of the government. If you do choose to go through CorpNet, you must have employees on payroll. We do not accept applications for people who are independent contractors or solopreneurs. What you'll need to apply for a PPP loan, I cover it here again. You're going to need a ton of documentation. Now, this is really important for those of you who are representing clients. Right now, more than ever, your clients, if they're a corporation or an LLC, they better be in good standing, because I can guarantee you, and this, I will put money on the line for you guys on it. If their corporation or LLC is not in good standing, they cannot and will not qualify for PPP loan or EIDL loan. They have to be in good standing, meaning their articles of incorporation have to be in good standing, because the bank is going to ask you for this information. They're going to ask you for articles of incorporation, a certificate of good standing, certifying from the state that the corporation or LLC is in good standing and that they've filed their initial report or initial statement of information or annual statement of information with the Secretary of State's office, and their corporation or LLC is in good standing. So it's very important for those of you representing clients, or if you yourself have a corporation or LLC, it's critical that your corporation or LLC is in good standing. So if it's not, contact CorpNet today. Let us help you get your corporation or LLC in good standing. Also, because right now you have a little bit of time to get your ducks in a row, and if you or your clients, or you on behalf of your clients, are applying for them for PPP, you should get your clients in order. Call CorpNet today, get a copy of their articles of incorporation, order a certificate of good standing on their behalf. If they don't have bylaws and minutes for a corporation, or if they don't have an LLC operating agreement, you need to get one for them, and we are here to help you. Why? Because the bank for a PPP is going to mandate that you have these documents at hand, in addition to numerous other documents, such as a copy of their driver's license, tax returns, but you're going to need to show them proof of articles of incorporation, certificate of good standing, tax ID number if they're an S corporation, the S corporation acceptance form, drafted bylaws and minutes that are 100% up to date, and if it's an LLC, their LLC operating agreement. If you do not have these documents, or if your client doesn't, and if you're representing your client, they don't have them, contact CorpNet today. We can assist you with all of this and more. We actually are running a bundle special where we can obtain all of it for you for $249 flat fee, which includes state fees as well. So please contact CorpNet today. You can visit us at www.corpnet.com. Or reach out to us at 1-888-449-2638. If you prefer to deal with a Spanish consultant, please ask for Jose Paredes. Again, his name is Jose Paredes, and he is at CorpNet from 7 to 5 p.m. daily. You can read about the current challenges with PPP. Again, as we know, as of this morning, the government funding has run out. However, our bank, who we are dealing with, is assuring us that they are still processing applications and they will accept applications. So if you have, clients, or if you yourself want to apply for the PPP, and if you'd like to go to CorpNet, you can. We are still accepting applications online. Again, final acceptance and funding is up to the government and the third-party bank lender that we're working with. However, if you want to go through us, the only limitation is that we do not accept applications if you're an independent contractor or a self-employed sole proprietor with no employees. You must have employees if you're going to go through CorpNet. Within this slide deck, again, we do include information on the economic injury disaster loan and the loan advance. Again, these slide decks are really, really informative, and I've presented an hour and a half of webinar, including 1.5 hours of CPE credits on them. So it really is to your advantage if you have the time to go through and read everything, within these slides as it relates to all the injury and disaster relief available to you and your clients out there. There is also SBA Express Bridge loans that are available for those of you that are really, really in a dire need of cash. If you have good credit and you can provide documentation, you can go to your bank and apply for an SBA Express Bridge loan. The SBA Express Bridge loan is something that has to be applied for directly through your bank. And as a result of this pandemic, SBA Express Bridge loans can offer funding up to $1 million. And as part of that $1 million funding that you qualify for, you can request up to $25,000 express cash advance as part of your loan. Again, this is a traditional loan. It has to go through your bank, and they will require guarantees and collateral for this bridge loan. The maturity on this is over 7 years, and the interest rate on this is capped at 6.5% over the prime rate, and it really depends on your bank. But all the information is here. There's also SBA debt relief available for those of you who had an existing SBA loan prior to February 15, 2020 with the SBA, or if you have clients who have existing loans with the SBA prior to February 15, 2020, there is relief available in that the SBA will automatically pay for a period of 6 months the principal, interest, and fees of any current 7A 504 and microloans that were in existence prior to February 15, 2020. So check out every type of relief available. You need to educate yourself on these relief programs, and also local assistance out there so that you can educate your clients. There's also a lot of modifications to the tax provisions out there for businesses. One of the big ones that I want to definitely make sure you guys are aware of is the employee retention credit for employers subject to closure due to COVID-19. That's section 2301, and also delay of payment of employer payroll taxes under CARES Act section 2302. In addition to all these other bullets that I've listed here, there's also state and local assistance. Again, check with your state, check with your local SBA, check with your local state and local assistance venues to see what type of other relief is available for yourself or your clients out there. And again, we're here to help you. If you have any questions, please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out to us to www.corpnet.com. You can always send us an email to info@corpnet.com. Again, if you do call and they take your name and number, rest assured we'll call you back. We're just inundated with phone calls and inquiries, but we do return your calls and we do email you back with your information. We have a ton of helpful resources. Again, when you go to our website, on our homepage, you can see there is an Apply Today button out there. If you click on this, it will open up this page for you that will let you know what type of relief assistance we have available to you. Again, right now, if you try to apply on our website for the economic injury disaster loan or loan advance, it'll tell you that it's temporarily shut down because the SBA.gov is shut down, and we're not going to be monetizing and taking your money if the SBA is not accepting applications. But rest assured, once the SBA opens up their application process, we will also update our site as well. How can we help you? Here's our information. Again, visit our website at www.corpnet.com. You can always reach out to us at 1-888-449-2638. Send us an email to info@corpnet.com. If you're interested in partnering with us. So if you have clients, if you are a CPA, an accountant, an enrolled agent, a tax professional, a bookkeeper, a tax preparation service, you need to be looking at ways as to how you can increase your revenues by offering additional services to your clients. We have an amazing partner program. One of the reasons why we're a constant sponsor, a regular sponsor of Latino Tax, and we support the Latino tax community, and we are exhibitors at Latino Tax Fest, is because of our partner program that we have available to you as a professional. By partnering with CorpNet, you can resell our services to your clients and become a reseller of CorpNet's products and services. So if you have clients who are walking in the door and needing your assistance with any type of incorporation, LLC formation, if they need to set up a DBA, sole proprietorship, partnership, if they need to foreign qualify in another state, if they need to obtain a tax ID, if they need to become an S corporation, if they need assistance with payroll registration, sales tax registration, we can do all of that and more, much more in any of the 50 states. If you need a registered agent provider in any of the 50 states, we can provide all of those services and more in every state. You can resell our services and become a white label reseller partner of ours. And we discount our prices to you at wholesale pricing by 20% up to 30% if you have a lot of volume, or if you're not interested in becoming a reseller and you want to have a trusted resource where you can refer your clients to, you can refer them to us and become a referral partner, and for each sale get up to a 20% commission. Let's say you don't want a commission and you want to pass on that commission to your client as a discount. We can also provide you with a vanity code where you can pass on that savings to your client in the form of a discount. So right off of our homepage of our website, check out our corpnet.com partners page. If you're interested in partnering with us, sign up as a corpnet.com partner, and our partner relations director will get in touch with you immediately, and we will onboard you so that you can start offering our services to your clients and hopefully 10xing your revenues. I can guarantee you people who have started using our services have increased their revenues sometimes by 50 to 60%, because again, as a white label reseller, we do not put you on any sort of a cap as to how much you can charge your clients. We charge you a set fee, wholesale pricing based on the services you order through us, and you can charge your client whatever you want. So as a CorpNet white label reseller, all of our services are wholesale to you, are discounted to you, and we work with you under a wholesale pricing structure plus state fees. You get to increase those fees to whatever you want and charge your clients. Under our reseller service option, the direct contact with us is you, the professional. We never contact your clients. Whereas as a referral partner, you're referring your clients to us. We're charging them retail prices, and then we're turning around and giving you a referral fee off each sale. And in the referral aspect, we are directly in contact with your client. Now, a lot of people ask, can I use you both as a referral and a reseller? And the answer to that question is absolutely yes. So check out our CorpNet Partners program. Reach out to us with any questions whatsoever. We are here to help. I'm here to help. CorpNet's here to help. And what we'd like to do is just be a helping hand to all of you so that you can do what you do best, which is growing your firm, your practice, and enhancing your trusted advisory services with your clients.
Oh, thank you for that, Nelly. A lot of comments saying thank you for the great information. It helped them a lot with everything changing so fast.
Yes, there's a lot of misinformation going out there, and I like to vet all that information out and really simplify it for every one of you and present you with clean, accurate information. Again, right now, as we've heard in the news and the media from the actual government websites, the SBA right now is on a halt, and they're not accepting applications for the economic injury disaster loan and loan advance. And from what we understand, most banks have run out of funding for funding under the PPP loan. I can assure you that this is temporary and everything will be back up, and we will be receiving another round of funding because our nation is built on, you know, small business, and our president is not going to let us fail. So I'm 100% confident that there will be another round of funding, and small business will be back up and running in no time.
Yeah, the small business economy is the backbone of the U.S. economy. It can't crumble.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Nelly. Thank you for your information. Everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. Check out NellyCorpNet.com. We're going to be doing more of these live shows with other experts. So make sure you subscribe and like and comment, and we'll see you next time. All right,
Thank
bye.
you, Alberto.